Olympic Countdown. In a series which looks at the year in the life of one of Wiltshire's most innovative and beautiful country estates, we meet Chris Musgrave, the estate manager for Barbury, as he prepares for the big summer events. The 1,800-acre Barbury estate is now one of the 4 estates managed by Chris Musgrave under the banner of Musgrave Management Systems, the others being neighbouring Temple Farm, Manton and Maisie Farm, which make up 7,500 acres of stunning downland surrounding Marlborough. At Barbury, 1,000 acres are currently put down to arable, including wheat, spring barley, which goes into Carling Black Label, linseed and a small acreage of organics. Barbury's ethos is to practice profitable farming with a care for the environment, which in turn provides enjoyment for both those who either live locally or are visitors to the area. To that end, the estate has already taken up several environmental schemes, and more recently Chris, in conjunction with the Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust, has been helping to bring together over 40 local farmers in a bid to establish one of the government's latest initiatives, a nature improvement area. If successful, it would encompass a 25,000-acre patch from Beckhampton in the west to Marlborough in the east, and up to the M4. Chris explains this would introduce joined-up environmental initiatives on a landscape scale, creating wildlife corridors interspersed with dew ponds across a huge area. It recognises that we would have to have connectivity across individual farms to make a real difference to the environment. It would allow us to build on what we've already done here on just the 4 Marlborough estates. To date, we have planted just under 1 million trees, introduced 23 miles of hedgerows, and created 9 dew ponds, all built traditionally with blue clay lining. The result is some spectacular wildlife, from buntings and linnets to skylarks, lapwings and owls, which just weren't here 30 years ago, Chris adds. The environmental schemes are just one aspect of the diversification over the past 10 years. Thanks to the investment and enthusiasm of the estate's owner, Nigel Bunter, the area has also become a centre of equine excellence. Each summer, Barbury stages one of the most popular horse trials in the international calendar, run in conjunction with the Wiltshire County Show, and has become one of the biggest privately owned racehorse training centres in the UK, as well as hosting point-to-points, drag hunting, sponsored and endurance rides. Indeed, Sheikh Mohammed and his family have competed at Barbury in endurance riding. Between them, the 4 Marlborough estates under Chris's management are home to 19 miles of racehorse gallops, and there are 400 horses in training across Manton, Barbury and other individual yards, as well as the farming and other business interests, which collectively provide a livelihood for hundreds of people. People like Gallop's man, Doug, who has worked with Chris on the Barbury estate for 9 years and can't imagine working anywhere else, despite his 6 a.m. start every day. Doug is one of a 4-strong Barbury estate team, headed by Simon Wells, the estate supervisor, who work with Chris Musgrave. The St James's Place International Horse Trials, this year on the 28th of June to the 1st of July, is the single biggest annual event at Barbury, and as soon as one event is over, they start preparing for the next. The team has to be able to respond to varying weather patterns, always with an eye to ensuring the very best ground possible for when the world's best riders descend on Barbury again the following July. All this has required a massive investment in state-of-the-art agricultural machinery, like the Wiedemann Spike, which aerates and lifts the soil, and a spearhead trident flail mower, which helps create the wonderful going that Barbury has. With the likes of William Fox Pitt, Pippa Funnell and Mary King all at the height of their careers, and many younger riders nipping at their heels, British medal hopes will be high in 2012, and the spotlight will be on Barbury more than ever before, as riders across the world descend onto the Marlborough Downs for their final run before Greenwich, and spectators can flock to get an exclusive Olympic preview. All this means the pressure is on to have the Barbury estate looking the best it's ever been, says Chris. We always say we want it to look as good as the golf course in Augusta. We aim high and thrive under pressure.